Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to BizTalk. Welcome to BizTalk 98. It's so good to see you all. Is everybody ready for another exciting session? Yes or no? Wave your hands to me if you're ready for another exciting session. So today, we're talking about a really interesting subject. We're talking about how to ensure that the marketing that we do for a business is effective. Marketing today is not about posters. It's not about color. It's not about you or how you look. It's about you telling a story that will bring somebody to feel something. It's about you disturbing people's emotions. It's about you making people feel something with your advertising. And this all comes back to the power of storytelling. Everybody here knows how to tell a story, right? Yeah? Come on, Tran. Come on, Ruth. Come on, all of you. Every time you go out with a new boyfriend, you tell a story. Every time you go to a nightclub, the boy tells you a story. Everybody's good at telling stories. However, the most important part is how effective is that story? How much reality is there in the story? How can people relate or believe your story? That is the most important part of storytelling in marketing. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Yes or no? Show me your hands if you understand, everyone. Very good. Excellent. Hello, Moda. Nice to see you, Moda. Moda Forchando. Excellent. Hello, Kiao Zin. Nice to see you, Kiao. Wave to me, Kiao, in your blue t-shirt. Mr. Kiao, wave to me. Very good. All right. Hi, Monica. Myanmar. Nice to see you. Hello, Wei Yan. Nice to see you, Wei Yan. Okay. Nice to see you, Clyde. Nice to see you, Ruth. All right. So let's, Donna and Keta, you need to switch on your video camera, please. No video camera, no certificate. Thank you. All right. So let's talk about what is storytelling in marketing? Why do you need to tell a story? Let me share my screen. Okay. One moment, please. Here we go. Okay. Everybody can see my screen? Everybody see my screen? Fantastic. So let's talk about storytelling. What is storytelling about and why is storytelling important? Storytelling is more than just telling a story. It's about telling an effective story which people can relate to, or a story that will touch people's emotions. So if we ask ourselves, what is a story? Storytelling is basically to help you connect with customers. It's about you creating a deeper bond or a relationship or a level of credibility with your customers. It's about you getting people to look to you or feel for your products or services and buy them. Ronaldin, you need to focus on my lesson, Ronaldin. Please focus on my lesson, all right? Okay, so you need to basically understand it's not just telling lies about something, it's telling a story that people can relate to. And during today's lesson, we're going to look at different stories by companies that have made them multi-million dollar companies. And these stories are very simple. No one would ever expect a multi-million dollar company to tell such a simple story. The basis of being successful in marketing is for you to be innovative, for you to have a sense of creativity. And this is something that you need in order to tell a story. The difference between successful marketing or successful storytelling and unsuccessful or non-successful storytelling is the lack of innovation. The lack of innovation. So the more innovative you are and the more famous that your brand becomes because of the story that is associated with your brand, the more customers you will retain and will follow you. Storytelling is basically part of being human. Everybody tells stories every day in our lives. Whether you tell the story to your brother, your sister, your father, your mother, or your grandmother, you tell a story every day. How many of you tell a story every day? Come on, put your hands up if you tell a story every day. Come on, don't be shy. Okay? All right. Alina, tell me, what story do you tell every day? Alina? Unmute your microphone, Alina.
Thank you,
Hi.
Mr. Wally. Hi, everyone. Hello. Thank you. So the story I'm telling every day is about how actually was my day, because I need to share information with potential clients, with potential, I don't know, friends, to make a partnership. And in case of business negotiation, I very frequently tell some details about my business in a story. How was like my previous experience in a business, and how was like different collaboration with partners in the past, because we need to share our networking, we need to share our experience. And yeah, so, but I mean, not was about like how was my day, but how was like my business day, I mean, right? So this is this is information about
Alina,
collaboration.
would you agree with me that the more information you share in the story, and the closer that the customer relates to your story and understands your story, would you agree that that helps you build a better relationship with your customer?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree, because during the narration, we are sharing potential, very important, crucial details with our potential clients, and also building customer education. So we are ready to tell more what we are actually saying, and we also can do a need assessment of our clients. So and figure out what is suitable for them. Thank you.
Very good. You're welcome. Thank you, Alina. So what Alina has said is exactly what I have said, that creativity and innovation in building a story has to capture your customer's attention. It has to touch their emotions. Let's go on and talk about that. Successful entrepreneurs know the best way to predict the future is to create it. So if you want a brand to become successful, if you want a product to become successful, you have to tell a story about that product. A product or a service without a story is not existent. Let's look at all the famous products around the world. Let's look at the Apple product, Apple MacBook, Apple Macintosh, Apple iPhone. They did not become famous because they are made by Apple. They became famous because the brand has a story about being innovative and technology. All the Apple advertisements, as you see later in our lesson, have a story. They all tell a story that brings the Apple customer closer to Apple technology. Look at Coca-Cola. People associate Coca-Cola with happiness. Look at McDonald's. Children associate Ronald McDonald the Clown with being a happy, playful character, and French fries. McDonald's tells a story through Ronald McDonald the Clown, through Hamburglar, the Hamburger Burglar, or through the Cookie Monster. All of these characters tell the story of McDonald's. McDonald's was nothing. McDonald's was two black brothers on one hill in the United States selling hamburgers. McDonald's came together and became reality because of two uneducated brothers, black Negro American brothers. They were so poor, all they knew how to do was to cook hamburgers on the grill. So they decided to open a little white house on the top of the hill and sell hamburgers for 10 cents, hamburgers for 5 cents, cheeseburgers for 10 cents. And within days, they had more than 5,000 or 6,000 customers every night buy their hamburgers. Until one day, Raymond Albert Kroc saw them and decided, why don't we tell a story? Why don't we make this the story of the two McDonald's brothers and sell your hamburgers all over America and the world? All these brands started because of a story. Does everybody understand that? Can you wave your hands to me? Come on, wave your hands. All right, so I want you to remember this. Raymond Albert Kroc was the godfather of what you know today as McDonald's, the Golden Arches, because he created a story for two poor Black Americans that were selling hamburgers. They later became his business franchisees and partners and became two of the richest Black men in the world. That's why McDonald's today has over 15,000 restaurants around the world and is one of the most successful fast food chains in the world because of the story that Raymond Albert Kroc told. Okay, let's look at another story. Everybody knows Jollibee in the Philippines, right? Anybody know Jollibee? Put your hand up if you know Jollibee. Come on. Jollibee told a story. Tony Cartong told a story about how his father used to cook Chinese food in a Chinese restaurant. And Tony Tan Cartong wanted always to run a food business. His father left him a very wealthy amount of money and he started business in real estate. But real estate was not his passion. He wanted to go into food. Tony decided to learn about the food business. He created Jollibee, Filipino tasting chicken, Filipino tasting spaghetti, bolognese, Filipino hot dogs. He created a food story for people not only in the Philippines but around the world. He told a story, which we'll look at later. Okay? Look at Nike. Does everybody here know Nike? Put your hand up if you know Nike. Who knows Nike? Nike tells a story. Nike has a story. Just do it. All right? They promote their shoes through famous basketball players. Same as Adidas. They tell a story. All right? Let's go on. I want to show you an advertisement. And at the end of this advertisement, I want you all to tell me what is the story. Does everybody understand that? I want you to watch the video. The video is about a car, a Volvo XC60, one of Volvo's most successful cars ever sold. The XC60 was promoted with a different type of campaign. It was a story told by a young girl, and the young girl delivered a message about this car. I want you all to watch the story, and then I'm going to ask you to tell me, how did she tell the story? Do you all understand that, everyone? Yes or no? Okay, here we go. Let me start the video. One moment, please. Okay.
Honey, you don't have to worry. Everyone's a little bit nervous on their first day of school.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you do. You can decide.
So, I can decide?
Yeah. You're in control. Imagine that. Go on. Imagine it.
Maybe I can make some new friends.
Okay. And what are their names?
Kelly and Melly.
Good morning.
I'm going to spend every lunchtime with them for the next 100 years.
Oh, really? 100 years is a long time.
Well, at least as long as we can then. It will be hard, but we promise to call each other.
And then?
Then it'll study hard and focus on school.
Okay. Then what happens?
Then I'll travel the world. Do you want to come with me, Mum?
Oh, I don't think you'll be alone. I'm sure you'll meet somebody nice along the way.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Carry on.
And I'll get a job.
Cool. If you're happy, I'm happy.
Can I meet someone?
Okay.
You're late.
I'm sorry.
And I want a house.
Of course.
You're on your way to work right now?
Like the one we have.
Yeah.
And my own family.
Uh-huh.
And my daughter.
Well, that sounds good. And then what?
And I can sing the...
Well, that sounds like a good plan. Don't you think?
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so did everybody see the video? What was the video trying to tell? Who can tell me? What was the video telling? What was the story? Who wants to try? Come on. Okay, explain to me, anyone. What was the video saying? It was a little girl, and the video was promoting her feeling safe, right? What did the video tell us about that little girl? Let's start with Danilyn. Go ahead, Danilyn. Can you unmute your microphone? Yeah. What did the video do? Yeah. Hi.
The story, the videos telling about have something happen in our life that we did not expect to be happen.
Very good. And what happened when the little girl tried to cross the road? What did the Volvo do?
He just realized if he's he
You
just realized
yeah, they realized that the girl was in front of them, but the Volvo had automatic brakes because it has heat detection. It saw the girl crossing, so the car stopped. It saved the girl's life, right? So the girl wasn't killed. So
yes, sir.
Volvo was trying to deliver a message about the Volvo C60 having automatic braking power. This car made Volvo one of the most successful cars in the world. Do you understand how the ad touched people's emotions? The girl told a story. Everybody watched the ad. They wanted to know what was going to happen to that girl. And then the girl's life was safe because the Volvo car had auto brakes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Good. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Does everybody else understand that? Jacob, did you understand the ad? Jacob? Hi, Jacob. Unmute your microphone.
Yes, I've just gotten what you've said, but I wasn't getting anything from the sound was so poor to me.
All right. Well, everybody else heard it, and the sound was really loud, Jacob. Yes. You may want to, I'll put the link in the chat box. You may want to watch it later. Could everybody else hear the sound? Put your hand up if you could hear the sound. Everybody else could hear it. It could just be your network connection, Jacob. But did you actually see the video? Did you see what was happening in the video?
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
I'll put the link in the chat box now, Jacob. You may want to watch it later. I'll send you the address for the actual video. Just give me a minute.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'll put the address for the video in the chat box, everyone, in case anybody wants to watch it later. One moment, please. Okay, the address is in the chat box. All right, so in the ad, basically you saw a little girl talking to her mother about her imaginary friend and how she feels safe with her imaginary friend. Then you saw the girl growing up throughout her life and telling her mother telling her how she'll be okay on her journey through life. Then you saw the Volvo car throughout her life. But Volvo then reminded you that when she was a little girl, she was crossing the road and Volvo saved her life because the Volvo C60 had automatic brakes. So this ad touched people's emotions. It captivated the audience. Does everybody understand what I'm talking about? Put your hands up, please. Come on. Very good. Okay, let me go on and share my slides. One moment, please. Okay, here we go. Just one moment, please. Something happening here. Let me get rid of this. Why is this happening? Just hold on. Okay. All right, let's go back here and talk about it. So the car, can everybody see my screen? Yes or no? Okay, good. So the car had the best safety features for its day. Instead of beating the drum about its safety features, the advert features a nervous young girl's conversation with her mother. She talked about her aspirations in life and how she wanted to become famous. The girl wanted to become famous, right? Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? The girl wanted to become famous. She was talking to her mother about her dreams in life. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Yes or no? Yeah? Like the girl crossing the road. The advertisement, the lady, the girl crossing the road, the brake, the CX-60 was about to hit her, and then the auto brake kicked in. All right? So have we fixed the slides now? Yes? Yes or no? Okay, good. Excellent. All right. So the emotional story told by the girl was what made the car famous. Does everybody understand what I mean by storytelling now? Put up your hands. Yes or no? Very good. Do you understand it? Kiao, Tant Zin? Okay, very good. All right, let's go on. Because what I want you to do now is I want you to basically understand what happens when we talk about the actual reality of storytelling. What happens? Storytelling is supposed to capture people's hearts. Let's go on and talk more about it. Here we go. So, we know, why is storytelling important in marketing? First and foremost, it allows you to create an emotional connection with your customers. Just like Volvo connected by telling the somber story of the little girl. When they shared that story, people watching the advertisement saw the little girl and they wanted to learn more about the little girl. Emotional connection is very, very important in any story that you tell. Storytelling will actually allow you to get people to remember your brand compared to other brands. But your story must be unique, like the one about the little girl in the Volvo ad. No other cars in the world use a little girl to tell the story about the car. Usually you see somebody driving the car. Volvo used this little girl. Everybody was emotionally attached to this girl. And that's why Volvo was so successful with that advertising campaign. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Yes or no? Come on, wave your hands if you understand, everyone. Come on, put your hands up. Very good. Excellent. Does everybody understand the video? Lourdes, do you understand what the video said? Great. Ruth, do you understand the video, Ruth? Ruth Arqueta, are you here? Ruth, you need to switch on your video, otherwise I'll mark you as absent. Ruth Arqueta, you need to talk to me and indicate that you're here. Otherwise, I will mark you as absent. Okay, thanks. All right, let's go on. Nang Mui, did you understand the video, Nang? Can you wave your hand? Very good. All right. So the most important thing in storytelling is catching people's emotions. You have to tell a story that makes your product remembered compared to all the other products on the market. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Everybody understand that? Yes or no? We all understand that, right? Okay, let me share my screen again. One moment, please. Okay, here we go. Okay, now we're having the same problem again. Just hold on. Why is Zoom doing this? Okay, here we go. Just one moment, please. Okay, here we go. All right, so what we're talking about now is emotions are very important. Emotions are very important. You need to make sure that you capture people's emotions so they remember you. The other point about storytelling is that you need to build a trust with your audience. You need to tell them a story that they believe. So Volvo was the first to do this with the little girl. Audi followed, BMW followed. They all copied the Volvo ad. Now you see advertisements from BMW where somebody's driving and the airbag blows out and saves their lives. So when you share a story that people can relate to, that people believe, they will fall in love with your brand and you will develop a lifetime association with your customer. Does everybody understand what we mean by lifetime association? If a customer buys your product once, and they don't buy it again, then you lose a customer. The important thing in marketing is building a brand that people will always remember and come back to. Does everybody understand that, guys? Yes or no? Can you wave your hands for me? Excellent. Very good. Excellent. All right, good. Marisol, do you understand that, Marisol? All right. So remember, the cost that you spend to attract new customers, attracting new customers is a cost that will eat into your profit. Okay? So when you go out and advertise to get new customers, you actually spend a lot of money trying to attract new customers. But once you get those customers, it's much cheaper to keep them as customers through the right form of advertising. All right? Do you understand that? Customer acquisition is very expensive. Let me give you an example. If you look at a Volvo car, how much do you think it costs to get one customer through advertising to go and have a look at a Volvo car? Volvo would probably spend more than $500 per customer in advertising and marketing before a customer goes into a Volvo showroom and pays $200,000 for the car. So what Volvo wants is they want that customer to become loyal, to always buy Volvo. So the cost of customer acquisition is expensive. It's cheaper to get customers and to retain them as customers. And you do that through storytelling and marketing. Let's go on. Okay, so let's talk about the next important part. The next important part is that your advertising must be memorable. You must find a story that your customers all over the world can remember and share. People are motivated by the little girl. They saw that the Volvo saved her life. They're motivated. And they'll always say, if you want a car that's safe, buy a Volvo. The little girl's life was saved. That's why Volvo today is known for one of the best pieces of German engineering with automatic brakes. One of the first cars in the world that brought out that benefit or feature in their technology. So by sharing your story about the car or sharing a story about what makes your product special, you motivate your customers to stay your customers, and you create a sense of loyalty so they come back. No matter what business you're in, by telling a story and creating an emotional connection, people will remember your brand. People will always trust your brand and come back to you. By creating advertising or marketing that people remember, they will always come back to you whenever they need to buy your product. Let's talk about Coca-Cola. Does everybody know Coca-Cola? Put your hand up if you know Coca-Cola. All right, so why do people buy Coca-Cola? They buy Coca-Cola because of the red can. They buy Coca-Cola because of the television videos and the advertising they see. Every time they see a Coca-Cola ad, it talks about people feeling good. Get a Coke, be happy. Get a Coke, feel good. Get a Coke, you won't perspire. It's all about feeling good, feeling happy. So people associate that with Coca-Cola, as we're going to learn later. Does everybody understand that? John, do you understand what I mean by storytelling? John, can you unmute your microphone? Hello, John. Talk to me, John.
Yes.
Hi. Do you understand what I mean by storytelling? Do you understand how the ad work?
Yes.
All right. Do you think storytelling is important in marketing?
Yes, it's very much important in marketing, and of course, if you're telling a story behind your product, the people will remember, and it will have an impact on your product also.
Very good. Thank you so much for that. Okay, let's go back to our screen. All right. Okay, so let me just do this again. Just one moment, please. Okay, so remember, storytelling is an important part of selling your product. Stories in your content, all right? So what sort of stories should you tell? Is there any particular type of story that you should tell? Is there anything that really has a problem? What is the problem? Storytelling needs to strike a chord. It needs to actually catch the attention. Direct content marketing focuses on promotional messages, encouraging the target audience to make a purchase. But storytelling captures their hearts. It captures their emotions. All right? In storytelling marketing, the brand needs to drive a story. It needs to tell a story that customers can connect to. Storytelling in marketing is not about the product. It's about the story associated with the product. The story associated with the product. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Can everybody see my screen now? Is my screen okay? Very good. Okay, put your hand up if the screen is okay. All right, good, excellent. All right, good. All right, so let me go back and share my screen again. But before I do that, I want you to remember, when you go to McDonald's, the reason you go to McDonald's is because of French fries, because you remember the story about little kids eating French fries. Yes or no? Do you all agree with that? Yeah? You all go to McDonald's because you like French fries. How many of you here go to McDonald's? Put your hand up if you go to McDonald's. Okay, good. So French fries are really important. So when you talk about French fries, You remember it because of the sentimental story for French fries. Can anybody else tell me about another product that they're attached to because of a story? Anybody? Let's talk to Mylene. Hi, Mylene. What product are you attached to, Mylene? Okay, John, you tell me.
Hello, maybe the pizza.
Yeah, go ahead, Mylene. Which product are you attached to?
Famous in Singapore is the Domino's pizza.
What story makes you attached to Domino's? Tell us.
I just so.
What is it? The way they make the pizza,
I know the
or
pizza.
how?
But I know the pizza is famous in Singapore.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Very good. Excellent. Okay, let's talk to someone else. Danilin Pasco, go ahead. What makes you attached to a product? Tell me.
Jollibee.
What attaches you to Jollibee? Where's the story?
About the relationship of two persons, and then they broke each other when they just finally stay together when they saw Jollibee inside.
Right. So when they saw Jollibee, they went into Jollibee and they built this relationship, which became inevitable.
They feel comfortable when they go inside in Jollibee.
They feel safe. Yeah. Okay. Very
get
good.
Together.
Very good, Danilin. Very good example. All right. Let's go on. Who else can give me another example? Yeah. Go ahead, John. John, what's your example? Unmute your microphone, John.
Yeah, like for example, in my company, my restaurant is named the Tiger Alley Cafe.
Right. Okay. What does the Tiger Alley Cafe serve?
I was born. This is funny though. I was born in the year of the pig.
Right.
And they keep on asking why it has become Tiger Alley. I told them my zodiac sign is I was born in the year of the pig, and the secret ally of the pig is the tiger. Right. And when I came to Hong Kong, to train for a milk tea in a burger, so I got it from the name Tiger Sugar and Sugar Alley. That's why I came up with Tiger Alley.
All right. Okay. Well, you relate it. Very good example. Very good example, John. Thank you. Very good example. All right. Anybody else have an example here? Okay. Who else wants to share? Lani, go ahead, Lani. Hi, Lani. Go ahead.
Hi, sir. Starbucks.
Right. What's the story you associate?
Because now everywhere but Starbucks like that. The benefits of the Starbucks for me is like their brand to help the community and respecting the environment like that. Because nowadays people like the Starbucks. That's it.
Okay. All right. Very good. So basically, you associate with that. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Good example. Okay, good. We'll talk about one more and then we'll go on. Lushini, go ahead, Lushini. Hi, Lushini.
Oh, hi, Mr. Wally. It's always nice to see you.
Hi, it's good to see you. Tell me, what do you associate? What product do you associate with?
Yeah, it's in the Philippines. It's Smart Telecom. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
Yeah, like it's bridging distance and making connections to like those long distance relationships, and that makes like it captivated my heart because I've been in a long distance relationship with my husband before, and it's really captivating and tells us a story about there's no worry about like long distance relationship as long as like the technology and innovation we have right now with the advances of digital technology. There's no gap between your relationship nowadays.
Very good. Excellent. All right. I like that. Thank you very much. Good example.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, let's go to one more person and we'll go back. Go ahead, Francisco. Tell me, Francisco, how do you relate to a product through storytelling? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. For me, Dunkin' Donut because there is something aroma inside the Dunkin' inside that.
All right. So for you, the aroma brings you back. You're
Yes, sir.
attracted by the aroma. Very good. Thank you very much. Okay. Aroma is not really a story, but it's good to understand that. Okay. Let's go back to our lesson. Here we go. Okay. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, what we've done now is we're talking about why storytelling is important. And what we focused on is that every product that's famous has a story. Every product that is worldwide has a story. Everybody knows Apple, right? How many of you here know Apple? Everybody knows Apple? Put your hand up if you know Apple. How many of you have an iPhone? How many of you here have an iPhone? Hold your iPhone up to me, please. How many? Come on. How many of you have an iPhone? Very good. So the reason most of you use an iPhone is because you're captivated with Apple. You understand that Apple promotes technology that is smarter than your other phones. That's why everybody buys an iPhone, right? Yes or no? Am I right? Graciela? Graciela? Okay. Frederick, do you agree with that? People buy an iPhone because they associate it with smarter technology. Are you there, Frederick Ferrer? Frederick? Hi, Frederick. Unmute your microphone. Do you understand what I'm talking about, Frederick?
Hello.
Hi. Do you understand what I'm talking about when I say about storytelling? Do you understand about
no
storytelling?
signal. Sorry.
All right, good. Okay. All right, good man. Excellent. Thank you so much.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. All right. So you understand, Frederick? Yes or no? Are you there, Frederick? Okay. So let's talk about Apple. And let me tell you, or let me show you a video that made Apple what it is today. Apple actually started with its Macintosh and the way they advertised the Apple Macintosh at a football stadium. Jobs thought that when he started making the Macintosh, he wanted people to understand how much smarter the Macintosh will be than other computers. And since that first story in the video for Apple, all the videos for Apple tell a story. And that's why customers keep going back to Apple. Let me share my screen and talk to you about that story. One moment, please. Okay, so let's talk about this and let's go to the video. Apple is the innovator's tale. Apple needs no introduction. Everybody around the world knows Apple. Apple is built on innovation, simplicity, and design excellence. Steve Jobs always told a story. He told it to his staff about how he wanted the phone built. He told the story on stage when he promoted Apple. Apple's brand revolves around empowering individuals to be able to use a smarter device and become smarter and not be like the status quo. All right? You all know that when you use an Apple phone, your Apple phone takes better pictures. Your Apple phone has better graphics. So Steve Jobs tried to brainwash people that the iPhone makes you better. It gives you more power. You're not like everybody else with just a phone. You've got a smartphone, an Apple. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Wave your hands for me, please. Okay, here we go. Okay, so in 1984, Steve Jobs decided to go to the football Super Bowl and introduce the new Macintosh computer as a symbol of rebellion against conformity. Because the Macintosh computer had better graphics, it was one of the best computers used for social media and video editing. So he decided, why not tell a story and advertise this great computer at one of the country's biggest events, the football Super Bowl. And that's how he started telling the Apple story. All right, I want everybody to watch the video.
Today we celebrate the first glorious anniversary of the information purification created by the old history, a garden of pure ideology, where each worker may bloom, secure from the pests of any unification of the force is more powerful a weapon than any fleet or army on earth. We are one people. One will, one resolve, one cause. Our hands shall hold themselves together, and we will rise up with their own contribution. We shall prevail.
On January 24th, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh. And you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984.
Okay, so what did the video tell? It told about a new generation of computers, a new product, a computer that was smarter than all other computers. Does everybody understand the video that I just showed you about Apple? Apple told a story. It told a story that touched people's hearts. Everybody remembers Apple Macintosh because of that ad. Everybody understand that? Yes or no? Okay, good. Let's go back to our screen. Okay, just one moment. Okay, so after Apple, let's look at Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is another great brand. Coca-Cola talks its brand and tells a story through what they call the taste of happiness. For over a century, Coca-Cola has been telling a story of unity, happiness, and refreshment. Their brand story emphasizes, sorry guys, that their soft drink is more than just a beverage. It brings joy. It makes you feel cooler. It connects you with being more successful. Never give up. Coca-Cola is always there for you. Does everybody understand what I mean by Coca-Cola's ad? Does everybody here drink Coca-Cola? Put your hands up if you drink Coca-Cola. Come on, only 5 of you. Everybody, if I can't see you on camera, or if your camera is switched off, you won't get a certificate. So, Narcisa, unless I see your face on camera, for the rest of the lesson, you'll get no certificate, Narcisa. This is your final warning. You need to watch me and learn, otherwise you're not entitled to a certificate. If you go off camera, no certificate. And that goes for you, Susan Bueno, Win T. Kin. I need to see you on video, otherwise no certificate. All right? So remember, guys, that Coca-Cola is trying to deliver a message. Does everybody here understand what Coca-Cola is delivering? Who can tell me? What is Coca-Cola delivering, Mylene? Are you there, Mylene?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what do you understand about the Coca-Cola ad?
For me, Coca-Cola is what do you call that? Beverages. That if you drink, then you can taste it. So sweet and have caramel inside in the ingredients. But Coke had launched their individual sales campaign. I know Coca-Cola have sales campaign since 2008, and Future Coca-Cola was defeated when some other cola comes out most cheaper than Coca-Cola, the Coke.
Very good, excellent. Well, the other versions of cola in other countries are cheaper, but they were not the reason why Coca-Cola became famous. Coca-Cola became famous because of its ads. People associate it with cooling them down. Whenever they see a Coca-Cola video, they associate it with making people happy. Does everybody understand that? Can you all wave your hands? Yes or no? All right, so what we're going to do now, let's watch a Coca-Cola video. All right, let's go. So Coca-Cola basically is the taste of happiness. Okay, the companies share a Coke campaign which personalized Coca-Cola bottles with people's names, exemplifies its storytelling power. Coca-Cola even came out with a campaign where you could buy a bottle with the name on it. They had Jenny, Jack, Peter, Brad. They had bottles named with people's names on them. More recently, they had an ad promoting the idea of being together and having fun during people eating pasta in Italy. Okay, Coca-Cola is not displayed prominently. It's more about the atmosphere and people feeling happy. Let's look at this video. Here we go. All right. All right. So when did they become happy? Were they happy before they drank Coca-Cola? No. What happened when they drank Coca-Cola? They cooled down. They felt happier. Yeah, go ahead, Mylene. How can I help you? Yes, Mylene, unmute your microphone.
Coca-Cola is for refreshing, showing in the video.
Right. So associate with Coca-Cola. If you want to refresh, if you're hot, if you want to be happy, drink Coca-Cola. Very good. Does everybody understand the idea behind storytelling now? Yes or no? Wave your hands for me, please. Very good. Let's go on. Okay. One moment, please. Just one moment. We need to get rid of the YouTube page. Hold on. Okay. Okay, just one moment. So we've watched the video about Coca-Cola. Now let's go on. And remember that watching Coca-Cola and the ad from Coca-Cola, watching the ad about Volvo, all of these are telling a story. And the most important part of the story is building an emotional connection, establishing differentiation. making your product different to everyone else. For example, the emotion, the girl growing up, feeling safe. Coca-Cola, cold drink, make you happy, emotion, different. Coca-Cola were the first ones that don't just put the logo and the song. They show you people that are tired, unhappy, drink Coca-Cola, different. Volvo used the little girl to tell the story about a car that's safe, different. Coca-Cola is communicating its values about how they want people to be happy, to feel good when they drink Coca-Cola. Volvo is communicating their values that they want you to feel safe when you drive a Volvo. Okay, you need to have imagination. If you try to tell a marketing story without imagination, it will not happen. Just like Volvo, they kept people captivated. They watched the video to the end because they were looking at this girl and her mother. It was full of imagination. They were trying to see what's going to happen to this girl as she grows up. They actually interacted with the audience because they associated a mother, her daughter, with a car that's safe. Coca-Cola associates its drinks with its customers, even in India, driving on a road that is in a little country where there's no proper roads, in the middle of nowhere, with a little Coca-Cola fridge at a little store in a little village. They're interacting with the real customer. They're trying to associate with customers of all, young, all generations. So remember, build emotional connection. Establish a differentiation so people remember you. Communicate why you want people to use your product. The Volvo is safe, automatic brake. The Apple is smarter technology. Coca-Cola makes you feel happy and refreshes you. Drive imagination. Don't try to copy somebody else's story. Drive interactiveness. Try to tell a story that engages your audience, that makes them feel part of your product. Steve Jobs once said, "I'm convinced that about half of what separates successful entrepreneurs from unsuccessful ones is pure perseverance." So if we look at this statement and associate that with storytelling, the better your story is, the more time you put into creating your story, being innovative, being creative, touching people's emotions, the more success you will have with your marketing. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Wave your hands, everyone. Can anybody tell me about a product that they want to advertise using storytelling? Who can give me an example? Okay, let's start with Alina. Go ahead, Alina. Hi, Alina. Unmute your microphone.
Thank you, Mr. Wole. Sorry for the noise last time.
That's okay.
Thank you. Okay, happy to present the product which is produced by our company. So Dobrosfera, it's a sustainability media production company, and I would like to advertise media production like films, like different arts. First of all, it would be film, for example, about climate change, and I would like to create a story about people who are living in indigenous and local communities and who are actually suffering from climate change consequences.
Yeah.
And to sell the product to potential investors like United Nations, for example, or other like different international organizations affiliated to climate change mitigation, I should tell them that this story is very personal. It's very important to make some changes to prevent climate change, to show people. Thank you for the support over here, and to prevent the consequences and to show the concrete actions which people can do within the like gamification form of art. So my story will be about people's life and their feelings in a changing environment.
Very good. And you need to include something that touches emotions. All right, you need to involve emotions.
Yeah.
What will happen if people don't protect the environment? What will happen to our next generation, the children of the next generation? Touch their emotions. Yes. Associate families with the environment, and what will happen to our children when they grow up? And it's too late because we've ruined the environment. I think you need to focus on that. And then you need to say, well, our branding company's here to deliver an environmental friendly message for your brand. Is that what you're talking about, Alina?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome, Alina. Thank you so much. Okay, all right. Anybody else want to share ideas with me? Yes, go ahead, Diana. Diana, Melissa, you need to switch on your camera so I can talk to you. Go ahead, Diana. Are you there, Diana? Would you like to talk to me? Okay, Mr. Govind, could you message Diana? She's not there. All right, so does everybody understand what I've explained so far? Yes or no? All right, so can I ask you, does everybody here know another brand that's famous? Give me another brand that's famous. Put up your hand. Anyone else? Has everybody heard of Nike? Nike, yes or no? Okay, Mylene has raised her hand. Let's talk to Mylene. Yes, go ahead, Mylene. Hi.
Maybe the famous is the brand name Colgate.
Sorry, what is it?
The brand name Colgate.
Right, okay. Why is it famous? What do they tell in their story that makes them famous?
I don't have idea, but I know Colgate is the #1 in the market.
Right. Well, Colgate is famous for its toothpaste, but Colgate tells its story when children go to the dentist. Because what Colgate do is they give free samples to the dentist to give to the children with Colgate toothbrush. So they feel attached because they feel safe brushing their teeth. They tell their story through a different medium, not through video. Very good. They tell the story through posters and little brochures, which the dentist gives little kids when they go for their checkup every 6 months or 1 year. All right, yeah, Joran, what would you like to share with me? Joran, go ahead.
Hi, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, of course I can. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, it's about Colgate as well. I'm very glad that someone brought it up because recently Colgate has had a very viral video in the Philippines where they had an elevator romance. So because they used Colgate, they were able to be closer to each other, even though there were a lot of people inside the elevator. They were able to form a romance because they had fresh breath and white teeth. So that was a very good advertisement for Colgate because recently people have been very into the love story advertisements. Right. So yeah.
And what do you think? What do you think Colgate were trying to do? They're trying to relate to people, average people in a lift. They're
not just average people, but people of all ages who are very interested in romance.
Right. And they're trying to touch their emotions when they talk about romance and clean breath. Very good. Exactly. Very good example, Joran. I haven't seen the ad. I've heard about it. Otherwise, I would have used it today. I don't think it's on social media yet, but it will. They will eventually put it there. Thank you, Joran.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you so much. Okay, Maricel, go ahead. Do you have a question, Maricel? Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I just want to share regarding the advertisement of Johnson and Johnson.
Yes.
Johnson and Johnson is quite popular here in the Philippines because I think it regards in the connection of the mother and child.
Right. So Johnson and Johnson is a multinational company, and all along they promoted the connection between mother and child and emotion, and they use that everywhere in the world. Very good example. Go ahead. What else?
So I think the advertisement they want to say regarding the connection between the mother and child because the child, I think that every time the touch of the mom, so the pills of the child, that she are most secure.
Very good. Excellent.
Of the touch of the mom. Yes,
very good.
right.
Excellent. Very good example. Thank you very much. Good example. Okay, let's talk to somebody else. Let's talk to Rem. Hi, Rem. Go ahead. Rem, are you there? Hi, Rem. What example would you like to share?
So I just want to share. Okay. There, I don't have much very good example of some of the famous things, but I have some question regarding that.
Yes, go ahead. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Pam, slow down. I can't hear you.
Is it fine that if I talk about this also?
Yeah, just talk to me. Go ahead. I can't hear you, Pam. I think there's something wrong with your network. Are you there? Yes, go ahead.
And personal life, Coca-Cola branding, sir.
Yes.
If exactly not World Cup, I think it's in that water is being branded during the World Cup.
Pam, I can't hear you.
One of the world stars, Cristiano Ronaldo. He rejected
Pam, I can't hear you. Your microphone is not working. Can you fix your microphone and I'll talk to you again, all right? Your microphone is not working. All right, thank you. All right, let's go on. Roland, are you there, Roland? Hi, Roland, go ahead.
Yes, sir. This is all about the Nike.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you know about Nike? Yeah. How do you think Nike touch people's emotions?
Actually, the legendary basketball player, which is Michael Jordan, which is very famous to everybody else.
Yeah.
And he carried the.
Why do you think Michael Jordan is famous? Tell me. What made him famous?
When he was playing with the Chicago Bulls, he played several championship. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was seven times world champion.
Very good. And hold on. Yeah. So what did Nike use? They used Michael Jordan's success, world champion, to use that and promote Michael Jordan wearing their shoes. So they were trying to touch people's emotions. Jordan is a champion. You can be a champion by wearing the same shoes. Would you agree with me, Roland?
Yes, sir. Actually, from the from the advertisement that he was flying for what is this? For a dunk in the basketball court. For me, that is just a simple inspiration for the people who love sports, that they can reach their they can.
You can do it. They're inspiring them. You can be a winner. Wear Nike. That's what they were trying to deliver. Thank you, Roland. Very good. So, Roland, do you understand why storytelling is important in marketing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because it gives us a different type of meaning from
very good.
Before we purchase some items. It gives us some inspiration regarding, especially for the sports, who is the sports lover especially.
Very good, Roland. Thank you so much. You have a good day. Thank you, Roland. Thank you for your contribution today. Okay, let's go on. We've got another student, Daniel Muitia. Daniel Muitwa. Hi, Daniel. Nice to see you again. Sorry, I mispronounced your name again today. Hi, Daniel. Are you there? Go ahead, yes, Daniel.
Yes,
hi,
I'm here.
How are you?
I'm here, sir. I'm well.
Tell me.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Tell me, what have you learned about today?
Well, I've learned about the storytelling being very important in order to catch the audience that you are targeting. And for me, I wanted to just talk about Emirates.
Yes, go ahead.
Emirates, they use 2 air hostesses.
Yeah.
They show how they save the experience you have when you are on the airline, the very nice service that they give you.
Okay.
So they attract you to fly with them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's one ad that Emirates has where the hostess actually gives a teddy bear to the little child and she plays with him. They play it in Europe. And what Emirates is trying to do is show a sense of family warm family war, multinational flight attendants, and create an atmosphere of emotional attachment. Would you agree with that, Daniel?
Yes, yes, I do. I do indeed.
Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate your contribution. Thank you, sir. All right, let's go on. Who else wants to talk to me? All right, let's go back to my lesson and let me share the next slide. All right, so as Steve Jobs said, you need to persevere and continually try to come up with better ideas to actually tell a better story if you want to be successful. Let's look at Nike. Why did Nike come up with the tag, just do it? Because Michael Jordan became successful wearing Nike. So they took his story and the story of many other famous sports people, and they used that to touch the emotions of thousands of young children and sports people who wanted to be successful. What I'd like to do now is I'd like to share with you a video about Nike, and then we'll talk more. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. Nike.
One of the best advertising campaigns ever is the Nike Just Do It campaign. Since its 1988 debut, it has evolved into a crucial component of Nike's brand identity. The campaign's tagline, "Just Do It," aimed to compel individuals to achieve their aspirations and go beyond their comfort zones. The Just Do It captured Nike's brand identity as a business that was focused on performance and achievement. It was strong and memorable. Several well-known athletes, including John McEnroe, Bo Jackson, and Michael Jordan, were featured in the advertisement. These endorsements strengthened the campaign's message and served to give it more credence. The Just Do It slogan was further supported by the athletes' portrayal in the advertisement as they pushed themselves to the edge. Nike used a number of effective and innovative advertisements that showed the sportsman in various scenarios. The advertisements were created to highlight the athlete's abilities and motivate viewers to take action. Nike and its customers developed a strong emotional bond as a result of the advertisement's frequent focus on the feelings and experience of the athletes. Nike has recently used social media to advertise the Just Do It campaign. The company's social media approach has been centered on interacting with fans, followers, and producing material that encourages and inspires them to accomplish their objectives. Nike has used social media to demonstrate the influence of the Just Do It campaign as well as the accomplishments of athletes. For Nike, the Just Do It ad has been a huge success. With the support of the campaign, Nike was repositioned as a company that prioritized achievement and performance, which connected with customers. The campaign helped establish Nike as a global brand and helped customers develop a sense of loyalty. Nike's brand identity has been significantly impacted by the Just Do It campaign. The campaign's theme of inspiration and self-improvement has grown to be an essential component of Nike's corporate identity, and has contributed to the company's position as a pioneer in the sports clothing and footwear sector. Nike used the Just Do It campaign to support social causes like the battle against inequality and prejudice, which has had a large positive social influence. The Nike Just Do It campaign is a potent illustration of how effective advertising can be when it is centered around a compelling message, makes use of celebrity endorsements for their authority, employs innovative advertising, interacts with customers on social media, and strengthens good branding. The advertising campaign has been a huge success for Nike, and has contributed to the company's positioning as a performance and achievement-driven global brand. It is safe to assume that the Just Do It campaign will continue to inspire and drive people for many years to come. It is a classic case study in marketing and advertising.
All right, so let's talk about it. The power of just doing it. Nike's brand story is a powerful call to action, telling the narrative of how sports people push themselves to the limits. Just do it. We just saw that. It's a story of people determined, persevering to become winners. All right, Nike's storytelling promotes its products and inspires people to pursue their dream and to become winners, just like the sports people they saw. It talks about perseverance, just like Steve Jobs says. Perseverance is a testament to success. not only for the people that buy your product, as Nike was trying to deliver, but for you in delivering powerful storytelling. Okay, so now that we've all watched it and we've seen the Nike story, let's go on. Just one moment, please. Let's talk about another success story. This success story is one that you all know. It's the Kentucky Fried Chicken success. Let's watch this story.
KFC presents a sad story. The story of the little one. Think how he feels next to his big brothers with their official cool names. The thumb, the like button before the like button, the index finger, the one that shows the way, the middle finger, the bad boy, the ring finger, the family man. But he is just the little one, the army knife. Hey, little one, drive that screw. Hey, little one, remove my slate. Hey, little one, it's toothpick time. Hey, little one, my ear needs cleaning. And of course, he's never invited to parties. But KFC's gonna change all that, because in order to grab a piece of KFC chicken, you'll need all 5 fingers. And of course, afterwards, you'll lick them all. And yes, even the little ones. Because at KFC, we are for the little one and for every single finger. Finger licking good.
Okay, so what did the
KFC presents a sad story.
So what did the KFC story try to tell? Finger licking chicken, right? 5 fingers, the little thumb. Every finger has a reason, but the 5 fingers together can all touch KFC. What is KFC trying to deliver? That we want to feed everyone. We want everyone to enjoy our meal. We want you to use all 5 fingers so you know what you're eating. Does everybody understand what I've tried to teach you today about storytelling? Yes or no? Yeah? Does everybody understand why storytelling in marketing is very important for your brand to become successful? It's all about getting people to believe in your product, people to associate with your product. Jollibee in the Philippines associates people with a sense of safety, a sense of romance when they sit at Jollibee and eat together. McDonald's associates its story with children loving Ronald McDonald the Clown, the Hamburglar, and the Cookie Monster. Children all over the world are told that at McDonald's you can get French fries and meet your favorite characters. It's a story that Raymond Albert Kroc built back in 1970. And that's why the Golden Arches are one of the most successful fast food companies in the world. The Golden Arches, McDonald's have been in business for nearly 30 years. Does everybody understand that? 10, 20, 30 years. How many companies do you know that have survived 30 years without innovation? None. How many companies have survived without telling stories? None. Look at Coca-Cola. Every year, new videos, new stories. Look at Nike. Okay, Michael Jordan is finished. Now they're looking for other athletes. Innovation, storytelling, every year in, year out. Because what they want to do is they want to keep the brand alive. Look at other brands. Burger King. Burger King is still alive, but it's not known as Burger King everywhere. In Australia, it's known as Hungry Jack's, because in Australia, Burger King died. If you look at Domino's, Domino's is known as Domino's, but Domino's in different countries has different menus to attract local customers. What makes Domino's eye-catching? Because Domino's use corn flour, which people think is healthy. They use a yellow corn flour to roll out their dough where Pizza Hut used normal flour, which is full of gluten. All right, so every brand tries to sell a story which associates the product with people's emotions. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Yeah? Do you all remember Singapore Airlines? Does everybody understand Singapore Airlines? Yes or no? Singapore Airlines told a story when they started. When they first started promoting Singapore Airlines when it was created, they never said, come and fly Singapore Airlines. They created videos and stories. Come fly the Singapore girl, right? And what did they associate that with? Two beautiful looking Singapore girls, perfect body, perfect makeup, the same hairstyle, the same nail polish. For more than 20 years, Singapore Airlines delivered the video advertising, come fly the Singapore girl. Never come fly Singapore Airlines. Come fly the Singapore girl. That was the emotional story they told. And every time they told that story, they showed these beautiful women that worked on their aircraft. You never saw a male, always females, right? But as Singapore Airlines moved forward, they realized that we can no longer say, come fly the Singapore girl, because people now get offended. People in Europe saying you're a chauvinist, or you're a racist, or you're a feminist. People discriminate, or people treat it as discrimination because you're promoting the sexy bodies of girls to make money. So what did Singapore Airlines do? Over the years, they had to go from come fly the two girls, the sexy girls, to come fly Singapore Airlines, one of the world's 5-star airlines. Now they promote service, they promote friendliness, and they promote safe travel. That is their story. Do you all understand what I mean by the evolution of storytelling? Your story must keep improving as your market changes. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Yes or no? Let's look at another example, Alfredo. Let's look at Air India. Does everybody know Air India? Many years ago, Air India used to promote itself as a government airline. That was its story. Now, no more, because they failed. So now they promote themselves as the airline that can bring you closer to all the temples in India. They're trying to take the emotion and bring people to visit the beautiful country of India with all its temples. No longer focusing on Air India being a government airline safe to fly with. Their story has changed, and now they're a much better airline. They've got new aircraft, and anybody who wants to visit India usually would try Air India because Air India knows all the cities in India, and they can see all the temples in India. They can visit cities that Singapore Airlines can't go to because Singapore Airlines only flies to the capital. But Air India takes you all over India. So all of this is an evolution in the way companies tell their story. Let me hear from some students. Go ahead, Alfredo. You wanted to talk to me, Alfredo? Unmute your microphone. Go ahead. Go ahead, Alfredo.
Yes. Thank you for giving me a chance to talk about it.
Yes, go ahead.
Those company you mentioned, they become successful because they made a remarkable story that people can't forget it.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. Absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Yes.
Very good. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you. Thank you. Let's go on to Diana. Hi, Diana. You want to talk to me, Diana? Go ahead, Diana. Go ahead, Diana. Go ahead, Diana. Diana, you put your hand up. When I talk to you, you switch your hand off. You need to talk to me, Diana. You need to switch on your camera. If your camera is not switched on now, you will not get a certificate. Thank you, Diana. All right. So does everybody understand what I'm talking about now? Do you all understand the relativity of storytelling and marketing? Yes or no? Can all of you wave your hands to me? Come on. Good, excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me for BizTalk 98. It's been a real pleasure having you all. And remember, if you've got a product or a brand, think of a story. Tell it through a story. If you need help with that story, drop me a message or an email and I'll help you. All right? Remember, for a brand to be successful, your customer must associate with a story. The story must be innovative. It must capture their emotions. They must feel what your brand delivers. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? You all understand that? Does anybody have any questions about storytelling? Okay, I'm here to answer questions. Anybody want to ask any questions? Put your hands up. Come on. No? Come on. Alina, you want to ask the question? Go ahead, Alina.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. I have a question about the local and global stories. So as far as I understand, we can use like a really different narration for like a very personal stories and for global stories. What do you think? Maybe we can discuss some example or something like that.
Well, I mean, you know, if you're talking about internationalization regarding or regional, if you saw the ad I showed you from Coca-Cola, that was made in India, and at the end it was localized with the Indian words at the end. Now, what a lot of companies do is they come up with one campaign in the common language, English, and then they tag it with local language at the end. That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is to come up with a basic idea, a basic story, and then tell it in different languages with the same video and the same images. But you have to be careful, because a campaign that you run in the Western world, you could not run in a country like Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, or any of those Muslim countries. So I'll give you an example. If you show a campaign with girls in bikinis in Saudi Arabia, the Saudi Arabian government will not let you run that campaign. So you have to make sure that the video or the campaign you shoot is ready for the markets you want to enter. Do you understand that? For example, when Singapore Airlines shoot a campaign about flying to Europe, all their images are of European people. It's the same song, the same track, the same story, but the pictures are relevant to the European market. When they shoot the same storytelling video for India, they show more Indian people. So it's very important to captivate the right market. Now, for McDonald's, again, they use the same video, but they usually do a voiceover in the local language. So you are right. It's very important to decide whether you want to regionalize or globalize, internationalize the message. And if you do want to globalize or internationalize it, you must make sure that you deliver the same message and capture people's emotions. Does that answer your question, Alina?
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Waller.
You're welcome, Alina. My pleasure. Does anybody, Francisco Rono Face, unless you put on your camera, I can't see your face. You need to show me your face, otherwise no certificate. I need to see your face. Thank you. Does everybody understand today's lesson? Yes or no? I've got another question. Yeah, Genevieve. Hi, Genevieve. Go ahead. Can you unmute your microphone, Genevieve? Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Currently we are in a construction business.
Yeah.
And then, it's a retail business. And then,
yeah.
Since last 2 years, we offers a manufacturing of the gutters. It's where the raindrops falls.
Yeah.
Can you make a advertisement or a campaign on the retail business, or
yes, of course you can. Of course you can. Of course you can.
Okay.
Let me ask you. You sell material for the building industry. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'll give you an idea. You could develop a story on how your company delivers material that makes it safer for buildings to be built. That your company cares about people because they supply building material that can build homes for families, parents and children. And those homes will be there for a lifetime. The children will grow up. So that's an idea on how you can tie your store to a long emotional tie. We're building a house. In this house, couple moves in. They have children. Their children grow up. They get married. The grandchildren visit their grandparents, all because of the house that was built using pieces that we sold from our store. You brand your store. Do you understand what I mean by that, Jonavai?
Yeah.
Does that give you some ideas?
Yes, of course. Actually, we also offers now, in the past 2 years, we also offers now the construction and the building and installation. So I can make some points on that so that I can
What you can do is, if you can come up with some ideas or a storyline and drop me an email or WhatsApp, and maybe I can give you some ideas or correct you. No problem. All right? Just put points.
Okay.
I want to make a video about this. This is my store. These are the words I want to use. And this is what my idea, and I'll try to help you. All right?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Johnny. Nice to talk to you soon. Goodbye. Okay, anybody else? Hi, Elisa. Elisa, do you have a question? I need to see you on camera, Elisa. I can't see you. Go ahead, Elisa. How can I help you?
Yes, yeah. Hi, good evening. Nice to meet you again.
How can I help you?
Yes, I just asked a question. How to put the business down, how to create the word in the business in the like Amazon, yes, like Amazon,
Okay, all right.
Lazada. Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's not
Because
this
I
question.
trying, sir. I always trying. I cannot do it. So I don't know how.
Yeah, Alyssa, I've actually explained this during last week or the week before, but if you want to drop me a WhatsApp message or an email, I'd be happy to answer you and give you some information. Okay, if you go to YouTube and search how to become an Amazon seller, there is about 200 videos on YouTube. But if you want some help, drop me a WhatsApp or an email and I'll send you some information. Would that be okay?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. One more thing
Hold
also, sir.
on. Before you go, Govind, Mr. Govind, can you share my WhatsApp number with Elise?
In the social media, yes, sir. The put how to put also in the social media, like Instagram, Facebook. I also cannot go inside because Ojin is cannot come so many like people.
Right. Again, you're asking me how you get onto social media. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
It's a very simple process, Elisa. You need to create a social media account and you need to learn how to attract customers to that account. If you're studying with us, you probably will study that during your studies with us. Drop me a WhatsApp message and I will try to give you some guidance. All right?
Yeah, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, I got, sir.
Okay,
I
Mr.
message
Goldman.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Mr.
Thank
Goldman,
you so much.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Check your chat box, Elisa. Check the Zoom chat box, and my colleague will give you my phone number. Are you there, Elisa? Did you get my phone number? Yes. Okay. Thank you. All right. You're welcome, Elisa. Thank you. Okay. I've got one more question from Anna Clarissa Pickup. Go ahead, Anna. Go ahead, Anna.
Yeah, hello, sir. I want to ask a question, but it's not regarding with the lesson for today. It's just about the payment. It's just about the payment.
I can't help you here, Anna. This is about the lesson. If you have a question about payment, you drop me a WhatsApp message and I'll help you.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna ask.
Okay, my WhatsApp number is in the chat box. Drop me a message and I'll help you. Thank you. Does anybody else have any questions? Okay, for my co-host, Mr. Govind, thank you for being here with me today. Govind, where are you, Govind? Are you here? Govind? All right, Mr. Govind is here somewhere. He's amongst all the 300 plus people in today's session. Thank you so much, Mr. Goldman, for today. Thank you to all our students, nearly 200 plus, 240 students plus. Thank you for joining me for BizTalk 98. I look forward to seeing you next week or the week after, either at Leadership or BizTalk again. I encourage you to learn from what you've learned. You will get a copy of the PowerPoint material and your certificate during next week by email, providing your camera was switched on. I hope you've all learned something. Please tell your friends who are studying with us or friends who have graduated to continue joining us for BizTalk, because every week they learn something new and they can use that certificate to actually help them get a better job or get promoted. Also, don't forget that every Monday night, not this Monday is a public holiday, but the following Monday, we run a session called Motivation Madness. And this session is all built around motivating you to become successful. It's really important that you not only learn about what it takes to be successful and how to do social media marketing or how to make your business successful, but it's also important about building character, making yourself emotionally stronger through motivation. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? All right. I look forward to seeing you all. Motivation Madness, BizTalk, and Leadership. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Goldman. Have a great weekend. And don't forget, this video of BizTalk 98 will be on our YouTube channel in at least 1 week, 7 days. Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend. God bless you all. I love you all. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Goldman. Good night, everyone. Don't forget to visit us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We are at the... Okay, very good. Yes, we are. We're on Apex, Instagram, at YouTube, at the Apex Stories. Please visit us, give me the thumbs up, and tell me that you've enjoyed my session. If you've really enjoyed my session, you can even send me a message through WhatsApp. But give us a thumbs up and follow us on social media. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, the Apex Stories. Thank you, everyone. Good night, and God bless you all. I love you all. Good night. Thank you.